Have you ever opened a research paper and thought, ang haba naman nito. Saan ba ako magsisimula? Don't worry, a research paper may look complicated at first, but there's actually a simple structure that can help you understand how it is organized. It's called IMRAD.
Welcome to my channel, Science with a Touch of Hugot. Let's explore, discover short stories, and discover ourselves.
IMRAD stands for Introduction, Methods, Results, and Discussion. That's it. 4 major sections that guide your reader through your research. Think of IMRAD as a roadmap. It takes your reader from the beginning of your research to the way you conducted it, to what you discovered, and finally, to what those discoveries mean. So, let's break it down. Let's start with I, Introduction. The introduction answers one important question. Why did you conduct this research? This is where you introduce your research, topic, and explain the problem you want to investigate. You may provide background information, identify the research problem, explain why the study is important, and present the purpose of the research. For example, suppose your study is about sugar dissolving in water. Your research question might be, does water temperature affect how quickly sugar dissolves? Your introduction would explain why this question is worth investigating. So the easiest way to remember it is, introduction equals why. Why is this research needed? Why are you investigating this problem? Why should your reader care? Researchers Hugot. Think of the introduction like meeting someone for the first time. You don't immediately say, here's my conclusion. You first explain who you are, what you're interested in, and why you're there. Kasi sa research, kailangan munang may dahilan bago magkaroon ng investigation. Next is M, Methods. The Methods section answers, how did you conduct the research? This is where you explain exactly what you did. Depending on your study, you may describe your research design, participants or samples, materials, instruments, variables, procedures, and methods of data analysis. Let's go back to our sugar experiment. Suppose you prepared 3 cups of water, one with cold water, one with room temperature water, and one with warm water. You used the same amount of water and sugar in each cup. Then you measured how long it took for the sugar to dissolve. All of those details belong in the Methods section. Why? Because your reader needs to understand how you conducted the investigation. So remember, methods equals how. How did you conduct the study? How did you collect the data? How did you analyze it? Researchers Hugot. Methods are like telling someone, I tried my best, but the researcher will ask, how? Exactly. In research, don't just say what you did, explain how you did it. Now we have R, Results. The Results section answers, what did you find? This is where you present the findings of your study. You might use graphs, tables, measurements, percentages, averages, or statistical results. Let's say your experiment produced these results. Cold water, 120 seconds. Room temperature water, 75 seconds. Warm water, 40 seconds. These numbers are your results. At this point, your main job is to present the findings clearly. You don't need to give a long explanation of why the results happened yet. That comes in the next section. So remember, results equals what? What did you find? What did your data show? What patterns did you observe? Finally, we have D, Discussion. And this section answers the question, what do these results mean? This is where you interpret your findings. Let's return to our experiment. Our results showed that the sugar dissolved fastest in warm water. But what does that tell us? In the discussion, we explain what the results mean. We might say that the findings suggest that higher water temperature increases the rate at which sugar dissolves. We can also compare the findings with our hypothesis or with previous research. We can discuss unexpected results and possible explanations. And we can acknowledge limitations of the study. So remember, discussion equals, so what? What do the findings mean? Why did we get these results? What can we learn from them? Let's put it all together. Now let's see how the 4 parts work together. Imagine our research title is, Effect of Water Temperature on the Rate of Sugar Dissolution. Introduction, why are we doing the study? We want to determine whether water temperature affects how quickly sugar dissolves. Methods, how are we doing the study? We test sugar and water at different temperatures and measure how long it takes to dissolve. Results, what did we find? Sugar dissolved fastest in warm water. Discussion. So what does that mean? The findings suggest that higher water temperature increases the rate of sugar dissolution. Notice how each section has a different job. Why? How? What? So what? That's the logic of IMRAD. Easy memory trick. Here's a simple way to remember IMRAD. Don't memorize 4 complicated definitions. Just remember 4 questions. I, why, M, how, R, what, D, so what. Say it with me. Why, how, what, so what. If you remember those 4 questions, you'll have a much easier time remembering the purpose of each IMRAD section. Let's try another example. Suppose your research topic is effect of different types of paper on the strength of a paper bridge. Let's apply IMRAD. Introduction. Why are we doing the study? We want to find out whether the type of paper affects the strength of a paper bridge. Methods. How will we conduct the study? We construct paper bridges using different types of paper and measure how much weight each bridge can support. Results. What did we find? We record and compare the amount of weight supported by each bridge. For example, one type of paper might support 700 grams, while another supports only 400 grams. Discussion. So what do the findings mean? We explain which type of paper produced the strongest bridge and discuss possible reasons for the difference. And there you have it. We've just organized an entire research investigation using IMRAD. Quick check. Let's see if you've got it. Question 1. Which section explains the background and purpose of the study? Introduction. Because it answers why. Question 2. Which section explains the procedures used in the study? Methods. Because it answers how. Question 3. Where do you present your findings? Results. Because it answers what? Question 4. Where do you interpret and explain your findings? Discussion. Because it answers so what? If you got all 4, nice, you're getting the hang of IMRAD. Here's your researcher's Hugot. Sa research, hindi sapat na may data ka. You also need to know why you collected it, how you collected it, what you discovered, and what it means. Because data without interpretation is just information waiting for a story. And that's exactly what IMRAD helps you do. It helps you tell the story of your research in a clear and organized way. Remember this. Before we end, remember these 4 questions. Introduction, why. Methods, how. Results, what. Discussion, so what. Or simply, why, how, what, so what. That's your IMRAD memory trick. When you see a research paper, think of it as a journey. First, why are we doing this research? Then, how did we investigate it? Next, what did we find? And finally, so what do those findings mean? So the next time you see a research paper that looks intimidating, don't panic. Look for the 4 major parts. Introduction, methods, results, discussion. Remember, why, how, what, so what. That's IMRAD. It's more than just a format. It's a simple way of organizing your research so your reader can follow your investigation from the research problem to the procedure, to the findings, and finally, to the meaning of those findings. Keep asking questions, keep investigating, and keep making your research meaningful.
Thank you for learning with me today. Remember, biggest classroom. Don't forget to subscribe for more lessons. Keep finding the Hugot in every day. See you in the next lesson.